Welcome to Evanced Solutions How-To session. Within this session, we will discuss how to add, edit, delete items in the logging types within Summer Reader. Let's begin by signing in to the staff side of your Summer Reader program. You will need to know your administrative password to make the modifications to the logging types. So here in the password box, I will simply type in my administrative password, and I can either hit the Enter key on my keyboard or simply select the Login button on the front of my screen. Once the program opens, it automatically opens up in Manage Programs. However, to make the modifications that we are looking for in this session, we will need to come over to System Maintenance in the toolbar, select Logging Types out of Program Setup, and once Program Logging Types List Maintenance open, you will note there are two sections. I can either add a new item here at the top, or I can modify items in the list here in the center of my screen. As you can see as well, there's already items in my logging type section. This comes predefined within your program. So books, chapters, hours, levels, minutes, pages, and weeks are some of the standard types that we find that most libraries use. However, you are not married to these. You are more than welcome to come over and delete any one of these, or you can make any changes to the verbiage that you see here, as well as adding an item to your list. So let's move to the top and let's add a new item to our list. Up here in the box, I am just simply going to type in New Items, and I'm going to select Save. Now, as you can see, it has added it to my list. If I decide, oops, I really didn't mean to add that to my list, I can come over here to the Delete column and simply put a check mark in the box with the highlighted item that I want to delete. I'm going to select the Delete button, and it's going to make sure, are you sure you want to delete this logging type? I'm just simply going to say OK. Once I say OK, it's removed from my list. Now, other modifications that I can make is maybe changing the verbiage that you see here. So maybe I don't like books. Maybe I want to see book. So what I can do is I'm going to hit the word change with my cursor, and it opens up a text box where I can put my cursor within. Now I can backspace off the S and then come to the bottom of the screen and select Save. So now when I start creating my programs, I'm going to see book instead of books. Now if I decide, well, I really don't like the way that looks, I want to make another change, you can do that by simply coming over and selecting the change again, putting your cursor in the box, and this time I want parentheses around the S. So the verbiage could be book or books. Once I'm done with my modification, I could simply select Save. Now, as you can see in the Modify Items list, you have 3 tabs, one for English, one for Spanish, and one for French. If I select the Spanish tab, you will see my same options from the English tab are here in Spanish. However, the words are still in English with the exception of the one I've already changed. So you will need to know the Spanish verbiage or the Spanish spelling of each one of these to make that modification. So for instance, if I come over here and I select change, I'm going to change books into el libro, which is the Spanish word for books. And I'm just going to hit save. So now I have my chapters in Spanish, I have books in Spanish, and I would just continue down the list to translate the other words. You will also do the same in the French version. So if you come over here and you select the French, you will see that everything is still in English with the exception of chapter that I had already changed to the French version. Now you may be asking, where in the world am I going to see this list? If I come up here and I go to System Maintenance and I edit one of my programs, and I'm just going to choose my Tiny Tot System Reader or Summer Reader, and I scroll down to my primary log type settings. As you can see, the drop-down is listed here. However, I'm not able to make those modifications. And the reason is because I've already set this program up and I already have patrons signed on. So the only way to make those changes or to use your drop-down list would be into having a new program. So I'm going to come back to System Maintenance, and I'm going to select Add Program. And I'm just simply going to scroll down to that same section. Now, as you can see, those items are listed here. And as you can see, my change to books is listed within the drop-down. Once you are satisfied with your list, you can either go back to System Maintenance or you could just simply log off.